Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for The Walking Dead, season 6, episode 6. Right?
Season 6, episode 6, yes.
Always accountable. You've messed up my lead-in, so John, it's all your fault. I'm your host, Clio, and with me I have John, who messed up the lead-in.
I'm an asshole.
So there's a lot of Durrell this episode.
Daru! Yes,
Durrell?
finally. It feels like we haven't seen him in forever.
I know, and his arms.
His sweaty, sexy
They
biceps.
needed an excuse for him to take his jacket off.
No shit.
The only reason.
Half the female viewership, crapped the bed when he did that. Daryl, I know you're injured. Just please take your jacket off. Please. Jacket off. Jacket off.
I know you're hurt, but yeah.
It's the truth.
There's something that kept bothering me about what they were saying on The Talking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chris Hardwood kept saying, he's like, is Alexandria making Daryl soft? And I have a big problem with that statement.
No, it's not.
Two reasons. Because Daryl's always been compassionate.
Yeah.
And compassionate doesn't mean you're soft, or it doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. Where was I going with that? Doesn't mean that you're not tough.
Yeah.
And Alexandria didn't make him that way, because he was the one pushing to go. Well, when they first got to Alexandria, he was like, "Yeah, let's go find more people. I'm down."
Yeah, he was on board with this before any of them, really.
Yeah, and he was pushing Aaron to find people as
right.
opposed to going looking for
Yeah, I didn't quite get what they were really understand what they were getting at when they were talking about that, because it's like, I think he's always been this compassionate since season 2. You know? Since he was looking for
Sophia.
Thank you. That one.
You're welcome. Sophia.
Yeah.
And I think it's the whole situation. I think it's not that Daryl's gone soft. I think what we saw was a flaw in the 3 questions.
Should be a 4th question, perhaps.
Or maybe I'm not sure. I did think about this.
I think the question should be, are you gonna fuck on me? Are you?
Nobody's trying to fuck on you. No, but it because my bad. The reason Rick, and we've really never seen that. I'm making a mess here.
You are just in a pile of tin cans.
Yeah, it's just I knocked over.
Shit. It's a lot of soup.
Because the questions have never really failed.
So far, no.
Especially when Rick asks them. Maybe it's that Rick is. I don't know, but.
Rick usually has a gun out.
Yeah, and it's I guess the people they've asked the questions to have been clearly dicks or not dicks.
Yeah, and these people were ambivalently dickish.
Yeah, sort of, but because I can't put my finger on it, because yes, they stole Daryl's stuff. Because just because he didn't kill anybody doesn't mean he's not a dick.
No, exactly. I meant they were ambivalent at the time.
That's the flaw with the question.
Yeah. And, just because you didn't kill anyone doesn't mean you're not a fucking shitty thief or a liar.
Or a threat.
Or just generally an asshole. See, my problem is these people got away knowing about Alexandria. So now, if they get captured by the well-dressed gentlemen who are chasing them, let's just say, these well-dressed gentlemen who are chasing them are going to know about Alexandria now. So,
Did Daryl say where it was?
No, he just said that there's a place with walls and
they
houses.
just know there is a place.
That there is a place, and if they look hard enough, they're gonna find it.
Yeah, that is true. But we get Daryl gets like kidnapped or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like you're with them, and Daryl gives like tries to say I'm not. He's just like shut up.
Stop talking. You're with them.
Okay, I guess I'll shut up now. You told me to shut up.
Fucking asshole.
Fucking fault.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
How come you didn't say anything before? Just fucking.
You held a gun to my head and said you would shoot me if I said another word.
Yeah, bullets hurt.
Why I didn't say anything?
Douche nozzle.
Yeah, really. But clearly they wanted to get away from this group who, I mean, we kind of know who they are.
Yeah, I think I said it as soon as they showed up.
Yeah. Because they were like, you're not with them, are you? And like we assumed, or like we were supposed to assume he was talking about the wolves. But,
Wolves didn't have guns.
Wolves didn't have, yeah, because
way
they woke
too
that's
easy.
right, the episode opened with the ambush.
Right.
And, there are guns. I'm like, those aren't the wolves. There's no W's, and there are guns.
And they have a dental plan, apparently, wherever they are.
A dental plan, exactly.
So.
But that's also things, because I don't think that the wolves would be opposed to using guns. I just think that
They don't have any.
Yeah, they didn't have any, and if they picked any up, I feel like if they ran out of ammo, they would just be like, eh.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't try very hard to look for ammo.
No.
They're very just...
Very pragmatic.
Yeah.
And not like in a good way.
Yeah, no, not in a good way. In the like a... Well, I mean, they've lasted. There's still, there's still probably still some of them out there.
I mean, they're not thriving.
No, of course not.
So.
They were before they dared fuck with Carol.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, their gig was just cornering wanderers and just like, pulling the whole Hills Have Eyes gig on them. And then get an oaken staff to the throat. So.
Yeah. Which we'll have to talk about when we talk about what's going on next episode. But yeah, I was just gonna say it. It's Negan's group. Like, if you know the comics.
It's Negan.
I don't, but I have heard about Negan.
And they already casted him, so.
They have already cast him.
He's a-coming.
And, his group, whatever they're called, I don't know. But they're part of that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even if we didn't know any of that, we could still tell this is a very smart group, a very well-organized group, a knowledgeable group. They knew when he got bit in the hand to cut his arm off.
Yep.
So they know. They've got the tricks.
They know the drill.
They know the drill. And I'm wondering because Rick learned that by accident. Panicked and cut.
And was just...
He didn't know if it was going to work.
No.
He cut Herschel's leg off.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So these guys must be... I wonder if they found that out by, luck.
It could be. It could be. I mean, but we don't know. They could have medical experts in their little camp there.
That's true. We know nothing.
I mean, we know the only thing we know is that Dingleberry, Princess, and Tina were not happy with the way things were being run.
You're right. You kind of don't know the names. I don't know if the older woman had a name.
Yeah, well, she's Princess because.
She's Princess, but they definitely did not name the man in that episode.
We can just call him Dingleberg. Dingleberg.
Good. I would not mind.
Stole my crossbow. Fuck you.
Seriously, and I think that's why Chris Hardwick. I don't know if other people were saying this. I think that's why Chris Hardwick was saying that is Daryl soft because he lost his crossbow and his bike. It's like, Because that's...
See, I feel like he could have got the gun, like, real easy when Princess took it. Like, when they were handing it off, he could have just fucking tackled them and beat the shit out of both of them.
Yeah, he
I
could.
just think he chose not to.
He's Daryl.
Like,
If he doesn't have to beat the shit out of someone, he's not going to do
we've
it.
seen Rick pull, like, ninja fucking moves. And Daryl's more than capable of pulling that shit off. Or, you know, Rick would just, like, rip that guy's face into the cabin of the truck and shot him in the mouth. And, you know, all sorts of wacky shit. So, like, Daryl could have beat the shit out of him. And
oh, of course. But I think the difference
probably
is
killed
where
them.
we've seen... Huh?
He probably could have killed them. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. But I think the difference is we've seen Rick beat the shit out of people for little to no reason. Daryl never.
Yeah, not really.
Never do that for no reason.
I would.
It would have to be a very good reason, huh?
That looks like my crossbow that you're holding. That
I'm gonna beat the tar out of you.
looks a lot like
Until you
mine.
get back.
I'm gonna have to check the sticker because I put a sticker on it. So if you no, oh, well now we have a problem. I'm sure he'll find another crossbow in a military surplus store. He just seems to keep finding them. I don't know.
But that's also the question because people were saying, "Oh, it's Daryl's bike. That's a symbol." But it's like that bike isn't Daryl.
It's not. It's the one he built. Yeah. Daryl's bike is gone.
Yeah, Daryl's bike's been gone for a long time.
Yeah.
But that crossbow might be the same crossbow from the beginning of the show.
No, it's not.
It's not? He's lost it before?
Yeah, he lost his first one. It broke. It snapped in half.
When was that? Oh, was that when he
season
fell down
3-ish?
3-ish?
Maybe 2, 4.
That wasn't on the farm when he fell down the
4.
ravine?
No, not that early. No, it was I think around season 4, maybe 5. Fairly not too far away, but I remember specifically because the actor Norman Reedus wanted a crossbow with a narrower like bow so he could fit better in like tight corners and stuff like that. So they gave him the new one that was had a shorter, you know, had like a more narrow bow part to it. So that's his second crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, whatever.
I just wanted to let you know.
No. Thank you.
No, it was the season where Merle died. Whatever season that was, when Merle died. It was that season where he...
4.
That was 4. So he got... Yeah.
The end of season 4.
Yeah, so he got it around then.
Yeah.
So I know they were still at the prison. So, yeah. Anyway. That would be that. So he just needs to get crossbow. You know what? Honestly, I think he could just get, like, you know, get a bow. Just to flat out Katniss that shit.
Yeah. But that's not who Daryl is. I'm sure he'd be fine with a bow.
Or a silenced MP5. It's the same shit.
A bow is very different than a crossbow.
Yes. No. Fuck it. A flanged mace.
Oh, Jesus.
Or a flail, rather.
That'd be interesting.
I want to see, like, Sir Crosby show up and just be like this fucking knight in shining armor who doesn't know what year it is on The Walking Dead. Him and Slash will, like, be just traveling together. He'll play guitar.
That would be fantastic.
Like, Slash turned his Gibson into an axe.
Into a little
but
axe.
It's also a guitar.
She sharpened the edge of it.
Yeah. That thing's heavy. You could fucking take someone's head off.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a very long tangent. I apologize.
That wasn't that long. Well, I wanted to talk about the zombies because
Oh yeah.
The sewer ones, which
we had Swamp Thing.
Innovative, and they just keep this is the season of it's been 6 years of the zombie apocalypse. What crazy fucking zombies can we come up with? And we had Swamp Thing zombie, which was awesome. He's just covered in moss. He looked so cool.
He was cool.
And then the ones just encased in the glass from the fire.
That was really cool.
It didn't occur to me until they broke through the glass glass where I was like, oh, that's still glass. Like, I thought it might have been plastic or something, but it was just
Yeah,
glass.
it was just melted glass. Yeah, yeah. That was, I mean, that was cool, but I was like, man, you're gonna die, Tina. I liked
Yeah,
you.
it's like, oh, come on, Tina.
Fucking
We share a
you
name, a root
shitty,
name,
you
and
shitty diabetic. What a
that
terrible
was oh,
disease to have in
beautiful.
an apocalypse.
Huh?
How
Oh,
would it?
oh,
That's just the worst.
yeah. Uh, but when Daryl got away with the bag and he sees the insulin, it's like, oh, Daryl, you're too good a guy. You gotta go back.
Yeah. See, and they brought up an interesting point. Like, like who wouldn't have gone back? I'm pretty sure Rick wouldn't have bothered.
I'm sure there would be a lot of people who wouldn't have come back.
I don't think I would have. You
Huh?
fucking robbed me. Go die.
I don't know. I mean,
I guess I
it
would.
depends.
Maybe I would. I don't
It
know.
depends.
I'm really spiteful when people steal my guns, though. It doesn't happen
Does it happen
often.
often, John?
Not often, but when it does, I get really pissed.
And you deprive them of their diabetic medication.
Yeah, like there's this one kind of time this kid ran off with my Nerf gun. You know, never mind. It's a long story. I was like, wow, this is some life-saving medication you have. And, yeah, he died. Unrelated. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Anyway. So, yeah. Oh! That was the thing I wanted to mention. It was in the Talking Dead. They had it was one of just like the fun facts or
Oh,
whatever.
right.
I think it was Tina. Well, whatever. The three of them used the term dead ones, which is also a term that the termites used.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if we're going to get any crossovers, because I think it said that Gareth's brother used that term.
Okay.
So I wonder if there's going to be any group crossover, if any termites survived.
That'd be shocking.
Be in this group, huh?
That'd be really shocking.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just a thought when it's like, this term was also used by Gareth and his brother. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've told you, this show has made me paranoid. So if there's a connection, I'm like, something bad's gonna happen next.
Understandably so, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, I that's all I have to say about Daryl, really.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. I think we got our dose of Daryl, which was nice.
Yeah.
I guess.
As much as I love this season, I'm not loving like the fragmented characters we're getting.
Yeah.
Carol had like the best scenes she's ever had, and she's been gone.
She's been gone. Yeah, the characters are really fragmented, but like so is the story because we're still like catching up with. Everyone's still catching up. Like this is probably what's going on right after Alexandria got attacked. You know.
Yeah.
So like we're still trying to.
That night yet.
Yeah. I don't think we've gotten there yet. So we're still catching everybody up.
Yeah.
And so that's I think why it's been so erratic.
Yeah.
So I mean the pacing has been good, but I do agree that like the spread of characters has been very I don't know, just very very particular in every episode. Like very very focused, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because everyone's getting their moment in the sun sort of, which I do appreciate. Even like the B characters. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. But I guess we should probably talk about old Abe and Sush.
Yep, I was gonna segue over to that. So yeah, they've been for this whole season. They've been having a back and forth of sort of. You sure you want to live? You seem like you have a death wish.
Seem like you don't.
I'm fine, but you look like you have a death wish.
No.
No, I'm living. I'm just living. It's like, all right.
I am life incarnate.
I am life.
Abe, buddy.
Are you okay?
Are you?
And it's interesting. And I didn't realize this until they said it. They talked around it on The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
The Talking Dead. They said that, or Chris asked, is Abraham acting like this because of Reg getting killed.
Yeah.
And I remembered in the beginning of this season, Abraham talking about Pete getting killed. Because he was right there with Pete.
Yes.
When he got shot.
Yes.
He was talking about, him getting shot right in front of him.
And I believe, wasn't he burying Reg or something like that? In the beginning?
Something like
Of
so it might be. Yeah, I think maybe Reg's death affected him. I think it was more that he was right in front of Pete when it happened, too. Like a combination of that with the fact that he doesn't have a mission anymore.
Right, and
rolled into
and things weren't
anxiety.
Things weren't going so good with him and Rosita at the time either.
Really?
I don't think so. Weren't things a little weird?
I thought they were still.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe after they got to Alexandria, they patched it up. That's right. Because when he popped Eugene, she was like, "I am not talking to you."
I'm not okay with this.
Yeah.
No, I thought they were all right.
Maybe you're right. Yeah. But either way, he's been in like a weird place, and Sasha is the first person to get him, and really put a mirror up to him. Like, no, this is what you're feeling. This is what you're doing.
Well, because Sasha
she just did.
Yeah, she just started coming out of that.
Right. So she knows exactly what he's feeling, and that's why I think it struck him so. And probably even more so that he saw the picture of, the military man with his family, the jacket, that could have been me. And then he saw the Marine hanging off of the fence post with the rocket launcher strapped to his shoulder. And he's like, wow, that could have been me.
Yeah.
But he saw almost his two ghosts of Christmas futures almost, in a weird way, his ghost of Christmas past and ghost of Christmas future. That guy had a family. That guy is dead. So I think a combination of all of that really shook him, which is why he screamed in that poor zombie's face.
Yeah.
And yes, now they have.
That was also a combination of, I should be careful, but I still want to throw myself at the zombie. Kind of that sort of clash where it was just.
I feel like it was sort of I want to be careful, but man, that's an RPG.
That too.
That don't drop in many places. That is a rare ass drop.
Happy birthday to Abraham.
Yes, cigars in an RPG with 5 shots. Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking, so they kind of brought it up, what are they going to use it for? And I was thinking this, is that one of the problems the survivors have with zombies is that they have no way to deal with them in large numbers. They have no way to kill a large number of them in an efficient manner. Mm-hmm. So might this be the thing that liberates the walls a little bit, thins them out?
Oh, that's a good point.
They just rocket launch the shit out of them, thin them out.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to all die. Obviously, you blow some limbs off in Walker, it's not going to die, but it's going to be not moving much. But, I was trying to think of ways, how do you deal with a large number of them, in an efficient manner? And I could not come up with anything, because burning them doesn't work.
We also saw in this episode that the way the trios group dealt with it was to burn the forest down. And that kind of worked. We saw a bunch of charred bodies that, zombie bodies.
Yeah.
That kind of worked.
A little, yeah.
It also killed some people.
Right, and we're talking about efficiency, and setting a forest fire isn't efficient. It takes so much time.
Not at all.
So because if you play a game like Left 4 Dead, right? You burn the zombies with a Molotov, they all die, or you throw a pipe bomb, they all get attracted to it, and then they all die. These zombies are much more resilient. Only they're really only weak in their brain. So there's no weapon that exists, I think, that could kill them like that.
And I think in terms of using it against the walkers on the wall, they need to be careful not to damage the walls also.
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
It's a fine edge, because when they took the RPGs with them, they got on the truck. What I thought was they're gonna need some home front defense, especially if this group now knows there's a safe haven around that they can go and attack. Because we saw having an RPG would have been great when the governor knocked down the
Oh
prison
yeah,
walls.
that would have shut that
Been fantastic.
right down.
Yeah.
Oh hey,
So,
truck's
I
coming.
mean, I think it would be better use in
Well, it's an anti-vehicle.
I mean, depends on how it's used with, when
it's an anti-vehicle weapon, so
exactly. So for like home front defense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be very efficient to clearing out people unless you really want to blow that particular fucker up.
Yeah,
and
no, definitely. But
and
definitely,
his 3 friends. Then I would do it.
I'm sorry. Did you want to get away?
Yeah, I mean, I envision, and now I envision when Abraham returns home. Rick, I'm back. Oh, sick, man. Great to see you. I got a rocket launcher. Then they just tearfully hug. Just like, you're the most beautiful thing.
Abraham just like throws the 20-pound rocket launcher at Rick.
How did you know?
Giant tearful anime eyes, like
words. He just like sits down with it, cradles it like a child.
Like he's got Judith in one hand and the.
Just hold this. He just like hands it to here. Hold this. I don't need that.
Hold this baby.
Hold this baby. How did you know? He went to Jared. Like, whatever. Jared sells rocket launchers now, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say?
In the apocalypse, you gotta adapt.
Yeah. The new economy. It's not jewelry based.
No more.
No, fuck that. You just steal them.
Yeah.
But I guess besides that, there was that weird, hey, you want to bang moment.
Yeah.
Between Abe and Sash.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so weird.
And I think they're both like seeing what the other one thinks, and I think they know that they're on the same wavelength, maybe. Perchance.
I don't see, like.
Think so?
No, I don't want it to.
I don't. Okay,
because,
here's the reason I don't want it to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we saw Rosita on the wall.
Right.
That's why I don't want it to.
Yeah.
Because and I didn't think what was between her and Abraham was serious. And probably Rosita didn't think so either until she's like, oh, feelings? What are these?
You can't keep having sex with someone and not develop emotions for them. Like, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. Sorry, world, to burst your bubble, but the more you have sex with someone, the more you like them. Most of the time, so sorry.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Unless we have a Fallout situation where it's like, hey, I'm also banging her. Is that okay?
Neat.
Cool. Okay, we're good.
They just like shoot guns and high five. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't envision that going well. But also for Sasha's sake, like, does she really need to be jumping into this kind of mess? This like.
We're talking.
Want.
Exactly.
Does she want to do this? Like, I feel like Abraham finally found someone who tried to understand him and, like, really, like I said before, like, showed him who he was and what he was doing. And, Sasha was very insightful with that. But I think that Abraham, having not ever had that done to him, may have found that very attractive. It's like, it's almost like, well, I mean, it happens with therapists. Like, he's like, oh my God, you're the first person to ever listen to me. You want a bone? No. Not even a little bit, no.
No.
You pay me to do this. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like...
I'm your therapist, not a prostitute.
Right. And so I feel like that's what Abraham was, like, mistakenly attracted to, And he's like, well, a man knows. And Sasha's like, oh, do they now? Like, right.
Do you now?
So, like...
Let's see how much you know in, like, a minute.
Yeah. So, I didn't really appreciate how he's like, I got some things to take care of first. It's like, you mean Rosita? You fuck. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I gotta break up with my girlfriend first.
Yeah, then we're totally banging. Like, a man knows. No. I don't know. I don't envision it going well regardless.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, you totally wanted to bang. And Sasha's just like, no, I don't. What are you talking about?
Technically, she didn't say anything.
Yeah, she just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So not no, but
Yeah.
also not yes. So
also not yes.
so still not yes.
Still, yeah, exactly. Still not yes. But yeah, we'll have to wait to see what she says. Because she was going to say something. And then said, nah, never mind. And then Daryl rose up. So.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Never get to hear what she had to say.
Maybe. I mean, it's going to be tricky because when is this going to come up again? Because they're going to come back to Alexandria and it's going to be surrounded by a horde of zombies. So they're not going home. If they get even close, they're going to be fucked.
Yeah.
They're not driving in a light vehicle, so.
Well, okay. We're at the point where we can talk about what happened in the very last second of this episode.
Sure.
You get a call in Milwaukee.
Help.
Daryl's trying to call Rick. Someone comes on and says help. When I first saw it, there was no doubt in my mind it was Glenn. But I watched that scene over. It's not Glenn. I think it's Blondie McFuckface. What did we say we were going to call him?
Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg?
This is where I put my trophy. If I had one! This is where I hang my crossbow on my motorcycle if I had one of those.
If I had one! Yeah, no, I think it's Dinkelberg. Because Daryl's walkie.
I know, but fuck him.
I know.
But now Daryl will get his crossbow back.
Exactly.
And then shoot him with it.
Yeah.
I would shoot his gross cankles.
Does he have cankles?
I don't fucking care. And make them and shoot him with it.
Anyway. Yeah, I think it's cankles. And I think they're gonna go back and have to save him and Princess from whatever fucking shit they got.
The inevitable stupid they've stumbled upon.
Exactly. So
I just for Daryl's sake, he gets one free shot. Just bops him in the mouth, grabs his crossbow, and just gives him that Daryl look of like, your place has been made. Stay in it.
Yeah.
That's me. And then one of them has to sit on Abraham's lap, which is going to be really, really awkward.
Unless they both end up dead.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
Cannon fodder.
Exactly. And I mentioned Patty, the truck. It's a fuel truck, though.
Yes.
It is presumably what they used to set the forest on fire.
Yep. Probably.
And
presumably their escape vehicle.
Yes.
So.
And also, I think that could be if they get Patty back to Alexandria, that could be very useful.
Yeah. I don't know how many vehicles they have left at Alexandria. At this point, really not. I don't. Maybe the car they used, what's his shits? New guy? No. The guy who showed up in the first episode and Eugene didn't understand things.
Oh!
I'll
call him Curtis, not Curtis.
You know who I mean.
I do. My instant buddy because
is he dead? He's dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead? Oh, sick. Heath.
No, he made it back with Michonne.
That's right.
And the guy who got shot in the leg.
Yeah, Heath. Heath is his name.
Yes.
They probably have his car.
Yes.
And I don't know of many else.
He's my new sarcastic friend.
Right, that guy. We haven't seen him in a while. That's why I kind of forgot if he was dead or not.
Because the last we saw of him was him, Michonne, and Gimpy hobbling back.
I feel like that guy's name was like Michael for some reason.
Ooh.
The Gimpy.
Gimpy?
I don't know if that could be completely unfounded. I don't fucking know. Look, I'm throwing names at the wall here. But yeah, so either way, I guess a fuel truck wouldn't be a bad thing to have. They could use it for generators. They could use it to start small fires, let the children play.
Molotovs?
Yeah, in a pinch, but you could do that with vodka.
That is true. But with Spencer raiding the pantries, who knows how much alcohol they have left?
Oh, that little shit biscuit. Yeah, man, he's gonna get his comeuppance real soon.
Oh yeah, there's no way. As soon as the next like crisis happens, he's not making.
The man's committing too many deadly sins. I mean, he has to go. His retribution awaits him.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway. That's really all for this episode.
Yeah.
It's a freaking good episode.
Should we talk about next week? What we saw?
Yes. The amazing. Well, yeah. Well, I just want to read the amazing, very in-depth.
Oh, right.
Tagline.
Lay it on me. I'm all ears.
Alexandria is finally able to begin pulling itself back together. Peace is embraced between the two groups.
The two groups of what?
The Alexandrians and the Rickians.
The two food groups? Meats and other meats?
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
what we saw from the promo is Morgan talking to... Well, this was from the Talking Dead. Morgan talking to Rick and Michonne about...
Not killing.
Yeah. And probably, the question I have is this conversation happening because the wolf got out? Or is it happening because Morgan knows the wolf won't change? Why is this conversation happening?
I'm going to go with choice 2. That guy's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a knife wound and he's locked in. I mean...
No, that's a bite.
Or a bite, yeah. He's probably... He's not going to make it much longer. So...
No, definitely not.
I get the feeling it's sort of like a post-mortem sort of thing. Like, you gotta start killing people.
Like, hey, there's this dead guy in the basement. Let me explain.
Yeah. Like, what?
Oh, God.
But I don't know. I mean...
really got some splaining.
Yeah. And you know, I feel terrible because, you know, he's not wrong in his choice that he's making to not kill. But I feel like there could be a compromise where it's like a personal philosophy, like I won't kill them, but I won't stop you from doing it if you feel that's what you need to do. Like, you know, sort of like respecting people's religion. It's just that your religion's more homicidal than mine. So, like, I don't know if they could just, like, make peace that way. I don't know. I don't want Morgan to go.
I think the thing is, his philosophy is fine. And I think I said this with the Morgan-centric episode. His philosophy is fine when he's on his own. When the consequences for letting someone live are his.
Correct.
Not the group's.
Correct.
Not a collective. His philosophy can't work in the group.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. And honestly, he's useless in a gunfight. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, you always need melee fighters.
Yes.
Shown while she can use a gun. She does use a gun. She's good at it.
Not usually.
Very rarely does she use a gun.
Only when she's getting shot at. Really.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
You got anything else to say?
No.
Did you have something else?
I'm just worried. I don't want Morgan to go. We just got him back.
About a lot of things. This has been like an anxiety-ridden season.
It really has.
Just the worst.
Yeah, it's
like I feel like all the other seasons, like if something bad happens, we have like instant closure. This season is none of that. Is none of that. There's just all this stuff hanging in the air, and I'm just like, I can't feel my heart.
I don't know if it's still there. Oh man. Anyway.
John, where can the people find you?
Y'all can find me starting music at No More on Twitter. Posting symbols and pictures of them. I don't know what you want from me. Internet.
You said symbols. for a split second I thought of like
a lot of ampersands and hashtags.
pagan, no, like pagan Norse runes and shit.
Yeah. You can also find me not opening that bag. So, anyway.
You can find me at Cliomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cliomoto, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows. Jessica Jones is coming up soon, I believe.
Fuck yeah.
When did we agree? I forgot when we agreed to do
It's probably happening now. I don't know. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I would be on it. Yeah, I would be on it.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, go. Rambling.
Yeah.
Goodbye. See you next week.
I forgot how good this song was. I'm good at this.